Hey guys, so today I decided, since Christmas is approaching, I decided to draw something festive, but at first I was thinking of drawing like a Christmas tree and maybe some lights on it, but in my mind I was thinking of like a bunch of colors and I couldn't really decide if that would work. So I decided to go into our fun little, I guess not creature design, but food design, and maybe do some gingerbread stuff, maybe some frogs merged with that, not sure yet, but it's probably gonna be frogs, and maybe also do gift inspired, candy inspired frogs, or maybe even the Christmas tree inspired frog. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so I wanted to give a quick little tip for you guys. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't, but for the longest time I didn't know. So you sometimes might see these types of boxes on acrylic paints, and we have here different ones. So these typically talk about transparency. So the black filled one will be something really opaque, so that will cover, hopefully, the layers that are underneath. It will do a better job than this one or the other one. So the half-filled box will be less opaque or semi-opaque. If it's a white box or empty box, that means that the paint will be transparent. Hey guys, voiceover Karo is here. I guess I didn't really start the video properly, so hello. Hopefully you're in a Christmassy mood to watch this video, because we are, as I said before, getting cozy and kind of getting ready for Christmas or just a festive holiday season in general. So this is why we're drawing some festive frogs. So again, I didn't really include the sketching part too much, just because if you can see for the first and second frog, there's some sketches underneath, because I really couldn't get the right feel that I wanted the frogs to have. So I was struggling a little bit on the pose department, but here's the whole piece. So we got somewhere in the end. So yeah, we are trying new acrylics today, which I'm super excited about, because I haven't really tried different kinds of acrylics. I have tried different kinds of markers, gouaches, so acrylics were never on the list of things I was gonna try. I don't know why, because it's one of my favorite mediums. I just love how quickly it dries, so I can add more layers. And personally, I'm not really a fan of blending things like with gouache when it comes up with whatever you have underneath. So I like acrylics because they don't do that. Anyway, today we are trying MEDEEN acrylic paints, and I've heard of this brand before, and they were super kind of sending me a huge variety of acrylics. I was not expecting to have so many options, but here we are. So I tried a lot of them in this video, and I really like them. That's my first impression. But yeah, I really loved how kind of these acrylics set the mood for this holiday spirit that I was trying to capture in these frogs. I really wasn't expecting to have so much fun with them, but the paint was so smooth that I just got into this meditative state for some reason, which recently I kind of didn't have. And usually when I paint or draw, then that's how I feel. I have nothing in my brain. So recently it didn't really happen. I was a bit anxious, but now I really could dive into this nothingness, this space where I kind of give myself a break. So I love when that happens. I don't know if you have it, but yeah, I love when I can just zone out and truly enjoy whatever I'm making. Of course, that sometimes is a minus, because then I don't really think of what I'm doing. I don't know how to explain it, but here I was just guided by my brush, so I wasn't fully thinking or paying attention on how things were developing. Like, in a way I was, but mostly I wasn't there. So yeah, anywho, I really loved this red, but I decided that it was a bit too much and blending into much together with the legs and everything. So I decided, since we're going for this Christmas ornament, Christmas tree frog ornament, what am I saying? Anyways, then I added this purple that maybe it reflects something that's around this ball frog. Also this really nice and opaque blue. So I was really having fun with this, and I think it added some nice touches to this frog. And I love again how I added my, I guess now it's like a thing I do, the star for the eyes. I did, however, struggle with the highlights for this frog because I guess I was thinking too much of ball and not enough frog. Like, sure, they kind of make sense, but they're not really working with it. So, if I can, someday I will fix that because it's a bit wonky, especially the biggest highlight that we have. This time I'm going for a more painterly look because I guess we are painting with acrylics, so I won't have too many lines in the end, so I hope it looks nice. So for the second frog, I decided to make a little gingerbread frog because, you know, gingerbread is definitely something that I associate Christmas with or the holidays. I love making gingerbread cookies with my family, especially with my mom. So it's something that I definitely had to include. However, something that I don't do on Christmas, whenever I make gingerbread cookies, we don't really do white icing or any icing on them. We just sometimes add nuts or something else like that, but not really icing. But I had to include this for this frog, otherwise it would just look like a regular brown frog, so we had to think of some way to really say that yes, this is a gingerbread frog. So I added some designs like the heart and random dots. I was trying to be intentional, but in the end I don't think it's that cohesive. So yeah, I don't know, but hopefully you like this little frog because he's tiny and maybe delicious, who knows. Then, of course, something else that came to my mind were gifts. So I definitely wanted something that had a ribbon because, you know, when you wrap gifts, usually you put the ribbon. Personally, I think I put ribbons rarely, and if I do, it's a string and not a ribbon, but you know, maybe this year I'll try some ribbons. Anyways, I wanted the frog to be green, mostly because it's the first color that I thought of, and I also thought that the bow could be red, and Christmassy colors are usually red and green, so that's why I painted this frog green. Wow, very original color for a frog, huh? You will see in a bit that I also added some tiny Christmas trees to indicate more that it's like wrapping paper instead of just a regular green frog. So yeah, you can't really see them too much. That was kind of my goal, but I do wish that the green that I started out with was a tiny bit lighter, but you know, we can always remake them. And you know, I had so much fun with this concept of frog with the bow that I'm thinking maybe for Valentine's I could do something with bows, maybe even frogs, but who knows. But yeah, something with bows. So, even though I liked painting this bow, I do think that the end result could be a bit better. I think next time I need to look at a reference because this was me thinking of how bows usually look, and I know my faults quite well, I would say, but I don't think I went well with the right colors, or I just didn't finish it as nice as I would want to, and maybe it doesn't look as cohesive as it should. So I would definitely redo the bow if I could. So if we do end up making bows for Valentine's, then I'll promise I'll do a better job with them. Here as well, I went too bold with the highlight, so I fixed it here. But yeah, I feel like I could have added more colors. So that's for the next time. Now we are onto the last and final frog. This one I decided to do the candy cane theme. Nothing too complex, just I guess some red stripes. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like candy cane because it's usually minty and I don't like mint. So yeah. This set also had some metallic acrylic paints and they had a few colors in that section, so for some of them I added this metallic-y paint, and here as well. So I don't know if you can really see here, but all of them, when I look at them in my sketchbook, are a bit shiny, and I love this look because they really come to life. But I do have to say that even though I loved the paints and I was really enjoying painting with them, I feel like I could have done a better job executing these ideas. Maybe I was just a bit rusty in this acrylic apartment because it has been a while, I think. But yeah, I really wish I could redo it, even though I think they're fine, but I just know I could make them better. But then again, I keep struggling with this thing in my head that even when I finish a piece, I feel like it's not good enough, and I have to keep trying to remind myself that it's not probably fully the case and that I'm overthinking it. But yeah, I don't know if I have mentioned it before, but yeah, sometimes I get really doubtful of the things I create, and it's very rare when I'm really excited of a piece that I finished and that I feel like, yeah, 100% happy with it. So these frogs are really testing this, and I have to tell myself that they're probably okay. But obviously we can always improve, and I could definitely improve in these frogs. Maybe I'll do these ones next year and we can compare them and see what we can change and how we can make them better, because I'm not sure what else I will draw for this festive season, because the new year is approaching as well. And I have lots of new ideas for that. I also decided to add these gingerbread frog cookies just to fill in the space, because I didn't really want to paint 5 frogs even though I had space for them, but I decided something simple that could go with all the other frogs would be kind of nice to fill in the space and to just have some crumbles laying around from these guys, and 2 of them are happy and 1 is sad. That one is me. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah, I think I loved creating them, but as I said, it's just the execution could be better. I did go over with this marker for some of the parts, not all of them, because since we took a little bit of a more painterly style here, I didn't want to add too many lines, but mostly for the gingerbread and the candy cane frog, I added some details just so they pop out a little bit more. Like here, I'm just doing some dots to add, I guess, kind of a little bit of texture to this little frog. But yeah, we're basically done here. Please let me know which frog is your favorite. I can't decide, but maybe it's the first one or the candy cane one. I'm not sure, I can't really tell this time. But yeah, I would love to know which one you like the most. I really hope you enjoyed this video and it got you a little bit into this festive mood as well. But yeah, I hope to see you next time, and voiceover Caro is out.